Okay, let's start it right now.
You see, that's the intro.
Okay, sports with Luka Delic, bro.
Yeah, there you
As
go,
simple
man.
as that.
Yeah, simple as
Okay, so sports with Luka Delic, football immediately. Premier League. So right now it's the international break. I don't know if you've seen that. So there's not going to be games for like maybe a week, 2 at the max. You're going to play a lot of international games. So EPL first are Liverpool with 29 games played, 21 wins, 7 draws, 1 loss, 70 points. Arsenal are second. Nottingham Forest are third, and Chelsea are fourth, and Man City are now fifth. So now Man City, if they stay fifth, they're going to play in the Europa League. Still, like I said last podcast, that's going to be a huge fumble for Man City to play in the Europa League and not qualify for the Champions League, which only the top 4 qualify for. And Nottingham Forest, man, 29 games in, they're still third. So, I mean, they're having an amazing season. It's not like lucky games. It's 29 games so far, so I'm really impressed with Nottingham Forest. One thing I'm going to say, though, for Liverpool. Okay, so we've always been saying that EPL is the best league in the world, right? We've always been saying the Premier League is the best league in the world. Now, with everything that happened recently, especially Liverpool in the Champions League, I think that maybe Liverpool have been a little bit exposed against PSG, and that the Premier League is, because of that exposure that happened against Liverpool, I think that the Premier League maybe isn't the best league in the world. And maybe it's La Liga. Because what happened, the game Liverpool versus PSG, we got to admit it, we slept on PSG, bro. You know, at the end, we're like, oh, let's talk about Premier League, La Liga, a little bit about Serie A, and then Bundesliga, Liga, we didn't give a fuck. But your PSG, and when I look at stats, yes, it remains League One, in my opinion, the worst league in Europe, but still, their stats in their respective league, they have 26 games played, 21 wins, 5 draws, 0 losses in their league. So I feel like PSG, we've slept on them. Not only us, many other people, many other commentators, many other sport analysts, football analysts. We slept on PSG mainly because they're in League One, and we tend to put League One to the side because it's the shittest league when I say it how it is. But bro, their team is phenomenal. Like literally, it's phenomenal. How they played against Liverpool was amazing. And big shout out to Lucho Enrique. His style of play, Barca, when they won 2015, the Champions League in 2015, they had the same playing style that PSG have right now. That's Lucho Enrique style. In my opinion, that's the best style of football. So very technical, but very offensive.
Like, I think we already talked about PSG a couple of times, and I think I already told you a couple of times, I think they're going to be sneaky good, especially now because we had the Mbappe, Neymar, Messi saga that left, and I think that put a lot of, like, not good attention on the team. Like, you know, like a little bit like Man United now. I feel like when people put a lot of attention on you, and when you have a lot of attention, you have a lot of hopes, a lot of like people...
Inspirations and
like they expect...
big expectations.
You have big expectations on the club. So when there was Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, there was a lot of expectations and a lot of media and a lot of attention on them. So it put a lot of pressure on them. And I don't think Neymar is the best with pressure. And I think Mbappe was still a little bit young and arrogant. Like, and just Messi, like he just had to like play within that. But now I feel like PSG entering this year, they had no expectation. Like, no one was saying nothing about them. Everyone was just like you said, we're just talking about League One, like, let's see what they do, you know? But sneakily, they got like one of the best attacks in the league.
Yeah.
With Barcola, Dembele, and also getting Kvaratskhelia. I never watched that much Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
I watched him the whole 2 games versus Liverpool. Like, he's world class.
Yeah, he always was.
I think Barcola, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia, I think that's... Fuck, I only think maybe Barcelona and Real Madrid's front 3 is better than that.
In my opinion, if I'm being honest, when it comes to what I prefer to look at, I think that PSG has the best attacking trio because Dembele, like I talked with Kevin Dos Santos, Dembele when he plays is 100%. That's pure magic. Barcola is really young. I think he's 20 at the most, 20 Barcola. Yeah. He's also very magical and really good. And then you have Kvaradona, and the reason they call him Kvaradona is because at Napoli, that's when I started watching him, when people started calling him Kvaradona, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. For people from Napoli to call you Kvaradona, that means you're really fucking good, because you know how much Napoli people respect Maradona. They love him more than they fucking love Jesus. They have a fucking church in honor of Maradona. So when they started calling him Kvaradona, they was like, okay, who's this guy? And he's really, really technical, really good. When you watch that game, you said they have one of the best attacking trios, easily, top 3 easily. Maybe better than PSG, maybe not in terms of play because they have Mbappe and Vini.
You mean better than Real Madrid?
Yeah, Real Madrid. Okay. Maybe PSG has a better attacking trio than Real Madrid because how those 3 players sync up together it's phenomenal, man. It's really how they play quick and decisive football. It's amazing. And even more specifically, I think they have the best midfield trio in the entire world. PSG. Their midfield trio, all three of them are Portuguese, or two of them are Portuguese and one is Spanish. Yeah, one is Spanish. Fabian, the older one. But Vitinha, Portuguese.
And João Neves.
João Neves, Portuguese. They're so good. Vitinha and Neves, man. Oh my God. We slept on them.
João Neves, like, he's one of the best youngsters like in the world for me. João Neves, like, even I remember at the beginning of the season, we were watching like predictions for like what's the Ballon d'Or for the youngest player? I forgot.
Copa trophy, something like that. Yeah.
And they had them like
the best under 21 player.
They had them like second or third. I'm like, oh, João Neves, like, look at this guy. But yeah, man, like, and also like that front three, it's a little bit like Barcelona-esque, but not even, because Barcelona have Lewandowski. In Real Madrid have Mbappe that are like real number 9s. But PSG don't have even one real number 9.
It's
like
all wingers.
All those three guys, they're like creative, technical, players who can dribble, who can pass, who have great vision and great sense and great IQ. Do they even have a number 9 PSG? I don't even know.
On the bench they do, but not a world class. But they don't have to have one, because Lucha Enrique, I mean, in my opinion, I said this many times before, especially with my friends, Lucha Enrique is my favorite coach, personal favorite coach of all time, because what he did with Barca 2015, that team for me is my favorite team of all time. Now, like I said many times, Barca 2011 is the greatest 11 of all time, because Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, that's just crazy. But my favorite Barca and my favorite team of all time is Barca 2015, because with Neymar, Suarez, and Messi, and Rakitic and other players, Iniesta, Busquets, how they played is a bit different. It's tiki-taka, but more attacking and more offensive. 2015 Barca for me was the most spectacular Barca, and PSG play very similar with those three up front who are very technical.
In the middle.
Just like Iniesta, Neymar, Suarez, and Messi were very good and very technical. Now, of course, Dembele, Quaradona, and Barcola are not like Messi and Neymar. That's fucking another level. But still, those three players are really fucking amazing. How PSG play, man, it's so offensive and it's so good. And it's not like Liverpool, who in a way it's very offensive, but it's not as good in the build-up as, let's say, Barca. PSG have like a mix of both, and that's Lucha Enrique. So I'm really fucking happy for Lucha Enrique, especially, man.
Yeah, man, and when you take time to really analyze the team, like when you have a front three like that, a middle like that, and you have wingers like Hakimi, and you have one of the best goalkeepers, Donnarumma, man, like they can go far and even win the Champions League, for real. Like they have, like if you're a PSG fan, like I think this is the most complete and best team that you have to date, because even
not
when
on paper though,
not on paper, but even when you had young Mbappe and Neymar that just came, you had the two best players, but the team composition wasn't the best, because you were still lacking in midfield and in defense. But now they're complete everywhere and they're so good. And like Liverpool, we had high expectations for them, but I mean, first game, PSG completely dominated Liverpool. And Liverpool won at the last minute. And everyone was like, what the fuck? You look at the stats, PSG won everything. I'm like, oh, maybe that's like a fluke game. But then the second game, I'm like, okay, it's not a fluke. Like PSG are really better than Liverpool, man.
And the second game, like you said, the first half, Liverpool were a bit better, and you could see more competition between those two. But the second half was completely PSG. That second half, Liverpool were nowhere to be found. Vitinha, he took control of that midfield, man. That second game, Vitinha took control of that fucking midfield. Now, of course, with Neves and Fabian Ruiz, what was it?
Fabian Ruiz, João Neves.
But Vitinha, that game was fucking phenomenal, man. Stopping plays, creating plays, starting plays, controlling the midfield. And PSG, man, like I have the rest of the Champions League right now. So Bayern Munich against Inter Milan.
Yep.
Arsenal versus Real Madrid, Barca versus Borussia Dortmund, and PSG versus Aston Villa. And I think that the winner of PSG Aston Villa plays against Real Madrid or Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I'm saying right now, Real Madrid, if you guys are playing PSG, they're killing you.
You think so?
Killing Real Madrid, bro.
Maybe not, man.
Believe me, it's happening. I don't care. They're too good.
What do you think about the Julian Alvarez disallowed goal by Real Madrid?
I had that in here.
But I just want to say one thing, man.
He double touched that ball.
Yeah,
he double touched it.
Sure,
he double touched it. I hate Real Madrid, and you know how much I hate everything about Real Madrid. But he fucking double touched the ball.
Yes.
He double touched it.
Yeah.
Let's keep it honest.
But I mean, man,
I know.
Fucking Real Madrid, man.
Yeah, I know.
They're so annoying, man.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, even they played better Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
almost the two games.
Yeah.
Like I think PSG beat Real Madrid, but man, like we said a million times, you can never count them out, those motherfuckers.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Arsenal can take them out. Because you
Arsenal
talked about
can.
the English Premier League
Yeah.
and Arsenal. I think they're closer now to Liverpool.
But I don't think that Arsenal will take out Real Madrid. If I'm being honest, I think Real Madrid are taking out Arsenal, but PSG are taking out Arsenal. I'm Real Madrid. PSG are taking out Real Madrid. I don't care. There's nothing that's stopping PSG. Only team right now that can stop PSG, it's Bayern Munich or Barca. No other team. Real Madrid can't stop them. They can't.
But I think if we can have PSG versus Real Madrid and Barcelona versus Bayern,
Bayern.
you have the best four teams left.
That's
even
gonna
if
happen.
Even if like Real Madrid, man, they should have lost versus Atletico Madrid, man. But he double touched the ball, but fuck. VAR, I'm tired of it. I don't like it anymore.
It's better.
No, man.
It's better.
No, VAR is shit, man.
Nah, it's better.
They need
It's
to.
not- yeah.
They need to change the rule. The guy needs to be completely off. Not just a knee, not just an arm. He needs to be like. He cannot be side by side. He needs to be completely detached for it to be offside. Because now it's exaggerated, man.
Did you see what Arsene Wenger said? The exact thing he brought up. He said that in football it shouldn't be because let's say this is another player's leg and this is my leg. If I'm like this, offside. But Arsene Wenger said it should be the player is completely offside, not just one part of his body, like let's say his shoulder or his head or whatever.
Exaggerated.
I don't know, but one thing, VR, yes, it can take away the beauty in a way. I understand
takes
that
a lot
argument.
of the beauty away. Because
But
people-
imagine you're a Real Madrid fan and he fucking double touches it and they don't call it.
But they would have never called it. They would have never even talked about it. Like who. You
but
wouldn't even see it.
Because the thing with VR, it's if you're on the team that receives the foul, you're fucking pissed. But if you're on the other side of the team who gets the foul for you, you're fucking
I know,
happy.
but it's-
so VR, it's either you hate it or you love it. Just depends on the situation.
But it feels like it stops. Like there's so many goals now. They celebrate and everything, and 2 minutes pass, and then VAR.
That's gay,
And
that's
then you
gay,
check and it's like a knee.
It's gay. It's gay.
You're like,
yeah.
oh my god. man,
Or even
come
worse,
on, man.
when there's like a goal, people celebrate, and the offside is like 3 plays ago. You know, like there's this pass for the goal, and then before that, there's the pass
Yeah.
to the pass to the goal. But before that, there was a foul. So the game is off. See, now that's gay, but it happened. So like, when it came to the VR, I have many people saying it should remain. I'm against it. But at the end of the day, I think there's more pros than cons for the VAR. So that's why.
I don't know. No, me, I hate because it fucks up the flow. That's what I
Yeah.
hate the most. They score, they celebrate the fans, celebrate, everyone's happy, there's a goal, and then like 5 minutes after they disallow it, man.
Yeah.
And then they just so we just had all that celebration time, and then they just take it off.
Yeah.
Like
But imagine
it takes the magic away. for
Imagine
real.
how VR would have taken away so many magical moments in the history of football. Maradona,
Yeah.
that goal. Okay, yeah, it's like it was against England. He did that goal. If you're an English fan, you're fucking pissed. But like or not, that goal is historic.
Yeah.
It's a historical goal. Argentina against England in the World Cup, and Maradona does the hair and
Hand of God.
I mean, yeah, hand of God. I mean, that goal is historical. We're not gonna lie, but VR would have taken that goal away. But maybe that goal would be better if it would have stayed because in the history of football, it's like more like a fairy tale. You know, it's magical. So I don't know how VR would play in the history of football. Like,
I don't know. But
so many
now
things would-
They need to change it. Like, don't give me just the knee is off, or like his foot is like 1 centimeter past his
Yeah.
other foot. Like, man, like, come on. Like, how are we supposed to know? Like, and especially now, like defensive lines, they play so high because they know that they're not gonna. And now every time there's a pass, like a good pass to break the defensive line, defenders are like always like this.
Oh, immediately.
Always,
Yeah,
immediately,
of course.
hand. And every time there's a goal, they always check, like, because they're like defenses are too depending on that now. Like, they're not even defending that much anymore because they know that everything's gonna get called. So hold the high defensive line and just let VAR do the work.
but that's the thing with a high defensive line, it can double-edged sword because if you don't know how to play it well, passes are gonna pass through easily. Like, because once a ball passes and he's not offside, you're fucked.
done.
You're fucked. The player's against the goalkeeper in the box, it's a goal. Like, it's a goal 5 times out of 6. But to come back to the Julian Alvarez and the penalty shootout, that was probably the gayest penalty shootout in the history of the Champions League. In the history of football, I think so. It was the worst
What do
fucking...
you have with gay today?
I don't know. I've always used that word because it's gay. The word "gay" is back, bro. With Donald Trump, with Elon Musk, the boys are
So
back,
that's
bro.
trending now, gay.
The boys are back.
Is that like trending
The
on
boys
social?
are back.
No, people are
The
saying
boys
gay a
are
lot
back.
now on social media.
Now they're saying that the boys are back.
Really? Who are the boys?
We all know. We know with Trump, Elon Musk in office.
Who else?
JD Vance.
Who else?
No territory. No, what was it? I saw a meme. No land for woke people. You know the movie?
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, No Country for Woke People. And it's a picture of Trump, JD Vance, and Elon Musk. We all know the boys are back.
Okay, so
Dado, bratushka, the boys are
So
back.
you can say that's gay now.
Yeah, you can say
That's
yeah.
okay. That's accepted.
It's more than accepted. It's Elon Musk encourages you to say it.
Really?
Yeah.
You said it?
So you said a tweet probably, something of that sort.
Okay.
So we were talking about what
How is that the gayest penalty shootout ever?
Bro, okay, first of all, so the double touch, it's gay. I'm gonna say it.
But he slipped. He
He
slipped.
slipped and you called it like 30 seconds after, like we all thought it was a goal, and then you realize that he double touched it, and I mean, come on. Number one. Number two, Rudiger's goal. Yo, I hate Rudiger, man. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. He's a son of a bitch, Rudiger. Boy, I hate that guy, bro. He's so cocky and so, like, you just wanna punch him in the face, bro, Rudiger. And then his goal was like the worst penalty ever. Oblak, I know, it was a strong shot, so I guess that's why he couldn't say it, but his goal and just like, I don't know, Real Madrid, man. I mean,
They're annoying, man. Like they shouldn't win, but they win.
I don't know, man.
They
It was
always
just-
do that shit, man. They always do that shit.
But one thing,
I pray
bro-
to the Lords that PSG beat
One
them.
thing for sure, I don't care how much VR, how much Champions League, how much UEFA is on their side. This season, Real Madrid are not winning the Champions League. I don't give a fuck. Clip it. I actually do my own clips, so I'm gonna clip it. There's no way that Real Madrid are winning the Champions League. I don't give a fuck. PSG are too good. Barca are too good. Bayern are too good. I don't care,
we were
man.
saying that Liverpool versus Barcelona will be the best.
Yeah.
But actually, PSG Barcelona having Lucho Enrique versus his old team.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, that would maybe be like one of the most. But also, I'm not going to lie, if it's Barca Real Madrid UCL final.
That's crazy.
Like, let's not lie.
Yeah.
Like, let's not lie to ourselves.
But it's
That
gonna
would
be a
fucking
washing.
Insane.
It's gonna be a
game.
washing.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, because-
No, I think because the moment is going to be big, that it's going to be tighter than what we think.
That's the thing. So I see it happening both ways. Of course, there's that way. But like you mentioned many times in past podcasts, they played twice Barca against Real Madrid.
I know,
And they cleaned Real Madrid.
But in the UCL final, like, Barcelona players are going to have their assholes puckered up, you know?
But,
Like-
but at the same time,
I just wanted to say that.
yeah, you just want to get it out, get it off your chest. But at the same time, this Barca team, bro, and I said it once. I made a clip of it of us talking. And I said that Barca, they have teenagers and they're traumatizing Europe. And I think that yes, they have teenagers. And imagine when you were 17 or 18 in the Champions League final, we would have been scared shitless. But somehow
asshole puckered up.
But somehow they're so confident, bro. Those fucking teenagers,
Yeah.
bro. What the fuck? Like, who the fuck gave them that much confidence, bro? What the fuck's
Especially
happening?
Lamine the most.
Bro, he's so
more
confident.
than Pedri.
Bro, Lamine Yamal is so, and that's why he's so good, man. Because he's so fucking confident. That's why he's so good, so young, bro. Wow, bro. And so, what was the question you asked me? No, if Real Madrid were to play Barcelona in the Champions League
That
final,
would be fucking cool too. But I
It
feel
would.
like it wouldn't be a blowout because Barcelona would be so nervous. Real Madrid would be less nervous. They won it last year.
Same
And
players.
just the fact that they're in the final, they already accomplished their season. Like, if Real Madrid loses in the final, they're very much less heartbroken than another team
Barca.
because they won fucking 15 times,
Yeah.
went to the finals. They always win it. The same group of players won it last year.
Yeah.
So if you won it
Especially
last year,
except
and
for
you go to
Mbappe.
the final the next year, if you lose, like, okay, but if Barcelona get to the final and they lose, they're going to be much more
course.
heartbroken.
But
They're
yeah.
going to be much more stressed.
yeah, I understand that aspect, but I think the level of play is so above Real Madrid for Barcelona that they're still gonna win. With that, of course, that's gonna affect the game. Mentality always affects the game, the pressure, whatever. But at the end, the level of play, I mean, Barca are fucking phenomenal. But to be honest, Real Madrid are not passing PSG.
That's going to be a good game if
The-
both
yeah.
of them pass. If
But,
they pass Arsenal, I still think Arsenal could beat them, man, because they're playing surprisingly very good now in the EPL. They won versus Chelsea this weekend 1-0. And man, Arsenal could beat them, and I'm not counting them out. And they've been good for a couple of years, fighting for EPL. Like, they're not just
Yeah.
like, for some time, like, oh, Arsenal's like this new, hot, young team, but they're not that. They're like more established
Yeah,
now.
now,
So
yeah.
I feel like they could beat Real Madrid. for real.
That would be nice. But if I understand your point, and I agree with it to some extent. But I think that if I had to put money, I would put more money on Real Madrid than on Arsenal.
Sure, me too.
But if it's Real Madrid versus PSG, I'm putting money on PSG. Because what he did against Liverpool, like, let's not forget how highly we were talking about Liverpool since the beginning of the
I know.
season. We were saying, okay, yes, Barca are amazing. Real Madrid on paper, the best. But Liverpool, we were saying that many times, Liverpool are the best. And they are fucking phenomenal, Liverpool. But PSG played against them twice, home and away, and they fucking dominated against PSG, against Real Madrid, against Liverpool, both games. So I think PSG are...
I think what's happening now is like there's no really like real dominant team this year. So that's why we're always flipping around.
No, of course, that's going to happen because at the end of the day, like if we look at Liverpool, before the Champions League, they're only going to play against Premier League teams, so you can only judge them based on their and then on their results and performances against Premier League teams. Then you have to see them against, let's say, PSG. If we watched a bit less Ligue 1, we're not sure exactly how good PSG are and how they play because we only look at stats. But who really watched PSG play this season? Thierry Henry didn't because he was surprised how good they were. Thierry Henry didn't. Micah Richards, Jamie Carragher, the people who are at CBS Sports or whatever, even they were surprised because no one really watches Ligue 1 and
You
PSG.
watch and play versus shit teams, so you don't know, you cannot compare.
Of course, that's why the Champions League, it can always be like a bit, because many things can happen in football and it's constantly changing. That's why we flip so much between the teams, but we remain always the same teams in general. You know, Barca, then Liverpool, then Real Madrid, because that's the teams that are remaining. And of course, Inter, who are first in Serie A and are playing very, very well with the, what's his name, Retegui, who's playing really fucking well, top scorer for Inter Milan. And did you know he's Argentinian also?
Retegui?
Yeah, but he plays for Italy.
Oh, really?
Because he's Argentinian, but like his grandmother is Italian. And he played for Argentina when he was younger, but he ended up playing for Italian national team. So that's why he plays for Italy. And also Jorginho, who's Brazilian, but he plays for Italy because like one of his grandpa is Italian and he decided to play for Italy. I would have chosen Brazil, to be honest. Yeah. They're way better. But yeah, that's what I'm saying because, I mean, but the teams that are remaining right now are probably the best teams in Europe. Maybe not Aston Villa. They're still having a good season, but maybe not one of the best teams in Europe. Like, I mean...
But sometimes, like in every year in UCL, there's a team that gets far in the quarterfinals that not really supposed to be there because the way the draw is done.
Yeah. Imagine Aston Villa were to win the Champions League.
It would be impossible.
Not even imagine.
I can't imagine. They're PSG going to kill them.
Do you think Aston Villa have more chances than Borussia?
I think they both don't have very much chances because they're playing versus PSG and Barcelona, which I think are the two best teams in Europe right now. But
yeah,
I think Inter Milan can beat Bayern. Like Inter Milan, Bayern, that's like a coin flip for me. I think Bayern will get it done. I think Barcelona are killing Dortmund. I think our PSG is killing Aston Villa. Like
I think that Arsenal and Real Madrid are going to be a tight game also. I think that's also going to be tight because Real Madrid are really good, but Arsenal are also really good. And how Real Madrid passed against Atletico Madrid, it wasn't a washing. It was like, okay, they passed.
But you can say Atletico Madrid play better.
Yeah, but the thing with Atletico Madrid, I'm not going to lie, man, the way they play, I fucking hate it, man. When they play against Barca this Saturday or Sunday, was it? I'm not sure. They lost 4-2. But in the beginning, they were leading 2-0. And this is the thing, like I said with Barca, and there's a clip of me saying if you want to win against Barca, how you need to play. And I got a lot of bashing comments, but it's true. Atletico Madrid, how they play is the opposite of how you should play if you want to win against Barca. Because Atletico Madrid, they score goals and then they just sit in the fucking defense. They sit on the defense, they sit on their asses, they hope for no one scores, and then counterattack, and if they can score, hey, beautiful. But against a team like Barca, who's very technical with the ball, very, very technical with the ball, very good, you cannot sit on the defense because if you let them play with the ball, that's where they are at their best, Barca. When you let them play with the ball, you cannot let them play with the ball. That's when I said that the way to play against Barca, when they have very technical players, is to play high pressure, constantly be on their asses and attack, pressure. That's how you win against Barca. Atletico Madrid did the opposite, and that's why Barca ended up winning 4-2 against them. Because it's just in football, how I see it is defending in football, parking the bus is the worst tactic in football, in my opinion. Now you can debate the opposite. Italy, that's their style of playing. They have fucking 4 World Cups. So you can debate the opposite. But in general, in football, the best defense is offense in football. The best way to defend is by attacking the most possible. And that's how, if you want to win against Barca, you have to pressure them. You cannot let their players play with the ball. You have to, the second they get the ball, you have to be on their ass. Cannot let them play with the ball. If you let them play with the ball, they're too good technically, and that's where they're at their best, and they're just gonna wash through you. And that's why they won against Atletico Madrid, because it's just a question of time that they score goals. Well, when they're constantly there and they're also good with the ball, they're gonna score goals. And that's why I was afraid of Barca versus Liverpool because they still play very high pressure and very offensive football. And PSG play that type of football. So I know you were saying that if PSG was to play Barca in the final, how we would go out, how we would play out. I'm not like, because the thing is now recently with the departure of Messi, I don't really have a team. Like now, one thing that's good for the podcast is I'm more of like a general football fan because Messi isn't there anymore. I care for Barca because that was my team because Messi played there his entire life. But I'm not like a diehard Barca fan right now because Messi isn't there anymore. So right now, I just look at football like who's actually good and how are the teams actually playing. And maybe the style of play from what I saw, maybe I prefer PSG a bit more because how they're playing with Luis Enrique is so offensive and beautiful, man.
I think it's recency bias. I think Barcelona recency bias, man. I think a little bit of that.
Maybe.
They're playing good, man, but like they're a very fun team and they beat the team that we thought were the best. But I still think like Pedri, Gavi, and either if you put Frankie De Jong, man, that's way better than like João Neves is good, man. But Pedri, for me, he's the best midfielder.
That's him, yeah,
in the world right now.
Yeah.
And for me, Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, man, like you can even say that Rafinha is leading the Ballon d'Or race right now. Like that would be insane. Like being a Barcelona fan, having Rafinha win the Ballon d'Or, having Lamine Yamal that's 17 that's still playing lights out. You saw the goal he did versus Benfica,
amazing,
fucking retarded goal.
Yeah.
Pedri is shredding teams.
Yeah.
Like he beat Benfica by himself,
Yeah.
Pedri. Like he was
Best
playing
midfielder,
around. He's the best midfielder in the world. And I still think like that defense, when I think Pau Cobarsi is one of the best in the world, I still think that Barcelona, like they have the most talent.
I don't know because Dembele is better than any player at Barcelona at his 100%. Any player.
But we all know that doesn't last.
No, I know, I agree. But Dembele is so good. He's better than Rafinha, man. He's better than Rafinha. There's no comparisons between Dembele and they're both the same age. Maybe Rafinha has better mentality and better longevity and more consistency. But Dembele's 100% is here. Rafinha's 100% is here. Like Dembele is the guy takes the ball, dribbles past 3-4 players and does an amazing pass. So that's why I'm saying that PSG are so good because if Dembele is playing his 100%, the team is on top. Barcola is also really good. Not as good as Dembele, in my opinion. And Kvaradona is also not as good as Dembele, but they're also really good. But Dembele at his 100% is phenomenal. And that midfield in PSG, like we said, are really good. Now, of course, I agree with you. Pedri is the greatest midfielder on planet Earth. That's also my take. But that midfield of PSG, man, those three and Barca's three, in my opinion, they're really close. To be honest, maybe because they have Pedri and Pedri is fucking phenomenal. Like you said, against Benfica, he single-handedly carried that game. Of course, Rafinha and Lamine Yamal were also amazing. But Pedri is probably the greatest midfielder on planet Earth. But then De Jong and Gavi, are they as good as Vitinha, Neves? I don't know. Really close though. So that team, for those two teams are really similar for me, to be honest. They're really similar. And Hakimi, one of the best fullbacks in the world. No doubting it. So those two teams, man, if we can see them in Champions League final, I think that right now that's like the best we can see. Maybe to see a bit more from Bayern. Not sure, but I think...
Maybe watch their matches, like Bayern could win, man. Like we're sleeping on them. They have a great team too, man. They could win it too.
Man. Yeah. And also I want to talk about... what was the team I wanted to... So Bayern, yeah, we talked about Bayern, they're leading. No, but it was, okay, so yeah, we talked about the Ballon d'Or. I want to talk a little bit about the Ballon d'Or because Champions League is coming to an end this season also. So there's many talks of Rafinha is playing phenomenal. He's also, right now he became the top scorer in Champions League with 11 goals. So yeah, he has 11 goals. No, wait. Yeah, he's the top scorer with 11 goals. Harry Kane is second with 10. And he's also the top assist maker with 5 assists, Rafinha in the Champions League. So maybe he could win the Ballon d'Or, but then when I go see Mohamed Salah, his stats in the Premier League, bro, they're amazing, bro.
I know, but like I feel like he wasn't the best player this year.
But his stats are fucking crazy. Like, listen, for him to have 27 goals after 29 games in the Premier League is phenomenal. Erling Haaland is second with 21 goals. And not only that, but to be to lead the assists with 17 assists. 27 goals and 17 assists. That's very fucking good. Now, like you said, you felt like he wasn't the best player. I agree, he's not. But those stats are crazy, bro.
I understand, but for me personally, I like For me, like the best players right now, it's like Cole Palmer, Dembele, Lamine Yamal, and Mbappe. Like those for
Rafinha.
me are the best players in the world right now.
You have to add Rafinha.
Rafinha
Yeah.
too, sure. Those for me are like you can even add like Vini, Rodrigo. Like those are the best players in the world right now.
Yeah, I agree. And probably I could even say that for me, it's Dembele and Lamine Yamal. I think like when it comes to purely
Cole
football.
Palmer, we see him on
And
Cole
Palmer,
Palmer.
of course. But he's
Palmer
at Chelsea,
too.
and yeah, Palmer.
Yeah.
Well,
For me, Palmer, Dembele, and Lamine are the most talented.
yeah, that take I agree 100%. I think those three right now are the most talented, but I think the best is Mbappe. I stand by it. Because
Sure.
Mbappe, listen, we're talking about Mbappe not having the best beginning of the season. He's second in goals. He has 20 goals in La Liga. First is Lewandowski. And if I'm being honest, I think Mbappe is going to pass Lewandowski.
Sure, he scores a lot of goals, but
And that's really good, man.
He may be the best, but not the most talented.
No, he's not the most talented, that's for sure. Like I said it with Kevin Dos Santos, shout out Kevin Dos Santos. Dembele is way more talented than Mbappe, but Mbappe is better. You know what I mean? Like Mbappe, like we forgot about Mbappe because we've been talking about him since 2018. Like we've been hyping him crazy. That's fucking 7 years now. That's a long time ago, 2018. But like Ronaldo, he has a fucking World Cup. He went to the finals in 2022. He played amazing that game. Now, in the beginning of the Real Madrid, he wasn't the best, but still, right now, he's the best player at Real Madrid, without a doubt. And I feel like Mbappe right now is the best player on the world, but the most talented are, of course, Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal, bro. Oh my God. Lamine Yamal, bro.
Cole Palmer and Dembele. Those
Palmer.
two guys are crazy talented.
Dembele, why I wouldn't put him there because he's 27, 28. So it's a bit like, yes, he still has that talent, but is he going to reach it? I mean, fucking when? He's pushing 30. Like a guy said, he's fucking pushing 30. He's 27, 28. I mean, come on. Like, when is your potential going to fucking flourish? But Cole Palmer and Lamine Yamal, I think those two are really like top talents.
Yeah, the most
Fuck,
the most
and
top
Pedri.
talent.
And Pedri also.
Yeah, Pedri's
Yo, he's like 20, 21, 22 maybe at the most. He's 22, I think. Pedri also, man. Pedri is really fucking good, man. Yo. So I think those three are the top talents. Now for the Ballon d'Or, I want to get back a bit. Who would you give it right now? If the season was to end right now with everything, no one won nothing, it ends right now. Who would you give it to so far? Give me three players
Who's having the best season?
so far.
Like I saw a stat, man, since 2025. Like if the Ballon d'Or would be since 2025, Dembele would run away with it.
Since the beginning of the year?
Yeah, because he has 22 goals in 17 matches and a lot of assists. Like since 2025, these last 3 months, he's been by far the best player in the world.
Yo,
but you need to count like a full calendar football year.
Yeah.
I would put you have to put Mo Salah because of those
Stats are crazy,
stats.
man. Yeah.
I would put Mo Salah, Cole Palmer, and Dembele.
Because
That's my top three.
Dembele has 21 goals in the League 1, and he's the top scorer in League 1 with 21 goals. And I mean, the one thing I remember with Dembele when he was at Barcelona, one thing that I hated about him was his finishing. It was ass. He would dribble past 3 players, do an amazing pass, get the ball back, and his finish would be ass. Like I would look at it like, what the fuck? You never shot a ball in your life. That was one thing. But now it looks like his finishing is fucking back on, leading League 1 with goals. But I feel like you said that since 2025, probably it would be Dembele who would have won it. But you got to look at the football year, the football calendar year. So since September until June, I think Rafinha is gonna win it
this year. There's still a lot of football to be played. It's hard to say right now.
The thing that is crazy, I'm gonna be honest, Lamine Yamal. Like if Lamine Yamal wasn't 17. He could win it.
But he's the best. Like, for me, Lamine is the best player, but you need to take the guy who had the best season.
But yeah, you can say also him.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
That's what's crazy.
You can say Cole Palmer, Dembele, Rafinha, Mo Salah, Lamine. You can say all them.
I think that because now with football, like, stats matter more than before, and I hate that fucking aspect of the game. But Mohamed Salah's stats are crazy, bro. So he's the top scorer in all top 5 leagues. He's going to win the European Golden Boot. And he has like 21 assists. Just to have 0 goals and 21 assists is fucking ludicrous in a season. 21 assists, that's crazy. He has 27 goals and 21 assists. That's why maybe, because plus they win the Premier League, now they're out of the Champions League. But if they win the Premier League and Salah finishes with like 33 goals.
Would he be the first African player with the Ballon d'Or?
No, George Weah from Liberia. Yeah, he won it in like 2001 or 2003. Yeah, George Weah. I think he's the only African. I think he's the only African player who has a Ballon d'Or, I think. George Weah.
That doesn't happen a lot, man.
No, of course. Of course,
Like
it
if
doesn't
Mo
happen a lot.
Salah would win it, that would be like the second African player ever to win it.
One thing that I will hate, because if Mo Salah was to win it, they're gonna say Mohamed Salah is the greatest African player of all time. Like all the Arabs are gonna say that, but it's not true. I mean, yeah, Toure is better, Eto'o is better,
Karim Benzema is better.
Drogba is better. I mean, no, but Karim Benzema is French.
He's Algerian.
No, but not right now. We're talking about. That's why I said African, not African origin.
But Algerian is African.
Yeah, well, Benzema is African origin. He's French.
Where is he born?
France.
Okay.
Yeah, he's French.
I was sure he was born in Algeria.
No.
Okay.
All the players that play for France are all born in France to African parents.
Okay,
It's like Mbappe is born in France, but African parents.
Okay.
Same goes for Benzema. I think even
I thought
Benzema.
Benzema was really born in Algeria.
I think even Benzema. I think even his mother is born in France, but her parents are from Algeria, something like that. He's not as Algerian as, let's say, Zidane, who's born in Algeria, but to Algerian parents. Like, no, Zidane is born in France, I mean. He's born in Marseille, France, but to Algerian parents.
Okay.
I think Benzema is a bit less or something like that. Like, Ozil he's Turkish, but like his grandparents are Turkish. Not even his parents, but his like third generation or something like that. Okay. But one thing that I would hate, because if Mo Salah was to win the Ballon d'Or, man, they're gonna say he's better than Hazard. He's not. They're gonna say he's better than Sadio Mane. He's not. They're gonna say he's better than Yaya Toure. He's not. They're gonna hype the shit out of him. These Arabs, man. They're gonna hype him, man.
It's okay, man. Like, how would you be if it would be an Egyptian and he won? You would say he's the best player of all
Serbian?
time. No, Egyptian.
Yeah.
If you were Egyptian,
if I was Egyptian,
and he won, you would suck his dick so hard.
Yeah, but not as much, because Modric won it. Do I suck his dick that much? I just say it how it is. I say he's below Xavi and Iniesta, but a bit below, because he was fucking phenomenal. But he's not as good as Xavi and Iniesta, even though he has a Ballon d'Or and they don't. And I'm like, I don't care that they don't have Ballon d'Or. Xavi, Iniesta, and Zidane are above Modric, but Modric is just below them. He's like with Pirlo. Modric is like with Pirlo. So that's why I don't think that I would. And not all Arabs, many Arabs know football when we're unbiased. They all say, no, he's really good, but there are many better players than him. But some, how it is. They're going to say fucking Mohamed Salah is fucking Maradona, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, so we talked a lot about the Champions League. La Liga. Okay, so La Liga, we're talking about, I just want to touch on La Liga quickly. So Barca are leading. They're first with one game less than Real Madrid and Atletico. And they're still first with 60 points, tied with Real Madrid, but they have one game less. Do you still see Barca winning the La Liga?
Yeah, since the beginning of the year, I see they're winning. They're going to win it, man.
I think so.
Like, they lost more games than Atletico and Real Madrid, but they score so many goals. Like, you look at their goal differential and the amount of goals they score, man. Like,
but they also won more games. Just Real and Atletico drew way more. Yeah.
But look at the goals, man. They score so many goals, Barcelona.
Yeah. Goals 475. And the second is Real Madrid with 59.
You see, they have 16 more goals than Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like,
and they have the same.
People say Mbappe, Vini, Rodrigo, like that's crazy, but Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Lamine are having a way better season than those three.
Of course, yeah, I agree. Out of Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vini, maybe the guy who's having the best season is maybe Rodrigo. Like, Rodrigo is, in a way, low-key because he doesn't have the same clout or fame as Mbappe or Vini, but he's really fucking good, man. Rodrigo, of course, Mbappe remains the best. But also, one thing about Barca, I feel like many people hate on Lewandowski because of his age, but he's doing his job, man.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm being honest, Lewandowski is doing his job. He's scoring goals.
He's perfect for Barcelona. He's still one of the best number 9s in the world.
Yeah, he is.
He's so good, and he's in very good shape. He's so intelligent.
Yeah.
Like, he plays so good. He doesn't need to touch the ball, but like who's better than him at number 9 position? Like,
in the world, there are
only Haaland.
Alvarez. Julian Alvarez is amazing, bro.
Alvarez and Haaland, that's it.
Yeah, I'm Mbappe. If you consider Mbappe number 9, he's better.
Sure.
Yeah, if you consider...
But he's top 5 at his age. That's phenomenal.
Many people hate on him. He's a number 9 and he's still a top. Like I said, maybe Mbappe, but facts are facts. He's the top scorer in La Liga. He has 22 goals. He's doing his job, and he's very into fitness. His wife is like a fitness trainer, and he like you saw him, he's in very good shape. He's maybe 36, 37, but he's still in very good shape. Now, of course, Lewandowski isn't the answer to Barca's future problems as number 9. In my opinion, they need to get Julian Alvarez. He's going to be the perfect fit for Barcelona as a number 9. Sure. The way he plays is going to be perfect for Barca, in my opinion. Because I heard many talks of Barca should go get Isak from Newcastle. But Isak doesn't have that style of play. Julian Alvarez does. And from what I saw, when Julian Alvarez plays with Atletico Madrid, I feel like Atletico Madrid's style of play doesn't suit Alvarez, and in a way, it's holding him back because they're playing very defensive and very back, that Alvarez always wants to bring the ball up forward, He always wants to create something, like when he did with Argentina, and now he's doing it at Atletico Madrid. So I feel like if Julian Alvarez was with Lamine Yamal and with Rafinha at Barcelona, I feel like that would be a really good fit. And I feel like Julian, I mean, I don't care how. I know he's a new player at Atletico Madrid. I know he's gonna probably cost a lot, but Barcelona, go get Julian Alvarez. We need Julian Alvarez, and he's probably one of the greatest number 9s. And not only he's one of the greatest number 9s, his style of play is perfect for FC Barcelona, man.
I agree, man. But look,
Perfect.
you were talking about Julian Alvarez, man, and
Yeah.
it just made me think, man. Like, I think Argentina, man, they might have the best starting 11 in the world, man.
Like, not to cut you off immediately, but the podcast I did with Kevin Dos Santos, where I asked him, like, one of the questions was, who do you think is going to win the 2026 World Cup? He said, he thought about it long, and he said, I think Argentina. And then I said, you know what? Argentina and Spain are the 2 favorites, I think.
Yeah.
But I think Argentina are maybe favorite above.
But look, this is a squad. Like, in goal, you have Emiliano Martinez. I don't know how old is he. How old is Emiliano?
He's goalkeeper. He can still play, believe me.
Yeah, he can play a long time.
Yeah.
And he's playing with that swag.
Oh, he's got swag.
And even for Aston Villa, he's playing good.
Yeah, he's got swag, bro.
And he's playing very good.
Emiliano Martinez.
And now he's won 2 years in a row, the world, the best goalkeeper.
Yeah, he has big balls. Yeah, Emiliano Martinez, I love you, bro.
You look in defense, Lisandro Martinez, Gonzalo Montiel, Christian Romero, Nicolas Tagliafico.
Good.
Which is still solid.
For a national team, it's good.
It's solid.
Yeah,
like,
it's solid.
Not world class,
Yeah.
but I think it's very solid. And in the midfield, you have DePaul, Fernandez, McAllister, and Paredes.
Really good. That's really good. That's really good.
That's really fucking good.
And you have Messi up
because
front.
Because Enzo Fernandez and McAllister really blossomed these last
They're really
years.
good. Really
Both
good.
of them are like world class.
Paredes is also really good.
DePaul still plays very good for Atletico Madrid, and Paredes, to have that as your fourth, like a midfielder, if you decide to play 4, that's very good. And in attack, Andre, you have Alvarez,
Messi,
Garnacho, Lautaro Martinez, and Messi, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
They
have such a good squad,
yeah,
man.
amazing squad. Yo,
Holy fuck, man.
If I'm saying this right now, 2025, March 18th, Tuesday, 6:56 p.m. If Argentina with Leo Messi win a second World Cup,
there's gonna be how many reality checks after that talking about Ronaldo?
Bro, Matt Perry, if that happens, bro, I'm gonna do like 50 episodes in a row. It's only gonna be 1 hour of me saying Messi 2 World Cups, Ronaldo 0. Messi 2, Ronaldo. Yeah, I'm gonna do like 50 reality checks, but just explaining how beautiful Messi is. That's it.
But you know that even like
2 World Cups,
you know
Luka.
that even Portugal might have their best team that they ever had.
Never gonna win the
No, I know,
World
but
Cup.
I think about man. Think about
they're
the
never
squad.
gonna win it. Never ever.
Sure, but they have the
Never.
best team that I ever saw until now.
yeah.
You were just sucking Vitinha's and João Neves'
Yeah,
dick.
amazing. Yeah, I am.
And they have a lot of good other players.
I love
man.
Portugal when Ronaldo is not there. When Ronaldo is not there, I love Portugal. Portuguese people, I love them. They're fucking nice, very humble, very good people. But Ronaldo, you're never gonna win the World Cup, Ronaldo. That's over. And if Messi wins a second World Cup, Luka, just for him to have one is.
Okay, look, and I'm gonna tell this team you're gonna stroke their dick.
No.
You're gonna,
I already know the team. Go ahead.
Go double wrist stroke the
I already know
Portuguese
the team is
bro.
amazing. Go ahead.
It's only on the goaler. I don't even know who's the goaler. Is it Rui Silva?
It's not important.
Diogo
He's
Costa.
Ass.
Okay, on defense you have Ruben Diaz,
Very good.
Nuno Mendes,
Very
who plays
good.
for PSG.
Yeah.
Very fucking good.
Yeah.
And then the wingers, I guess you put Semedo and Diogo Dalot which is less good.
Half.
But in the middle, Nuno Mendes and Ruben Diaz, that's world class.
Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
He's center back.
Center back. No, what did I say?
No, he's Nuno Mendes and Vitinha. Not Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz is
But Nuno Mendes is a defender.
no João Neves and Vitinha.
Yes, but I'm telling you.
You're talking about center backs.
Center backs.
Oh, okay,
Ruben
okay.
Diaz and Nuno Mendes.
Okay, I thought you were talking about midfielders.
No.
Central midfielder.
And
Okay.
then in the middle, Bruno Fernandes is very good. Is it Fernandes or Fernandes?
Fernandes.
He's good.
Bruno Fernandes. That's how you say it.
It's more swag that way.
Bruno, if a real football fan, if he says Bruno Fernandes, he's not a real football fan. It's Bruno Fernandes.
Okay.
Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes is very good. Come on.
Good, not really good.
Okay,
Not very good. Good.
Bernardo Silva can bring. Bruno Fernandes is 30.
Yeah.
He's the same age as Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought he was younger. but that is too good. Like
Bernardo
older,
Silva is better, yeah.
Bernardo Silva is better, but they're
Very
good,
good.
older.
Yeah.
You put him super sub if you
Bernardo
want.
Silva is very good.
Okay.
Who do you put super
In the
sub?
middle-
Who do
in
you
the-
put super sub?
Either
None of them.
those two.
They both start. Are you
Okay, look, they
crazy?
can put Ruben Neves,
Yeah.
João Palhinha, Vitinha,
No, not Paul. No, you're gonna start. No, Paulinho is
João
good.
Neves,
Vitinha and Neves.
João Neves, Vitinha, Neves, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes. You have
Yeah.
5 really good
Yeah, I agree.
midfielder.
Bruno
And
Fernandes is
then
not
in attack,
really good.
Even forget Ronaldo, Diogo Jota.
No shit for. Wait. No shit. Forget Ronaldo.
Okay,
he's 40 years old
fucking
and he's
40.
shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
Diogo Jota,
Yeah,
Rafael Leao,
amazing. Listen, right there, Leao. That's your guy.
and you can even put Gonçalo Ramos or João Felix, which is third. Man, this is the best Portuguese squad I ever saw in my
They
life.
ever had. Yeah, wouldn't the World Cup? No chance. Zero.
But if they
Not
start
zero.
Ronaldo, there's no
I mean,
chance.
if they start Ronaldo,
But you know, Landy, I think your podcast is most known for hating Ronaldo.
yeah, I know. I know.
Like I think
I know.
that's the thing you're most
Yeah,
known
yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Like even in the
Yeah.
comments, like people were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this guy." He just-"
Again, this Ronaldo hater. Yeah, I'm happy, bro. I'm happy.
you like that position?
Oh, I love it, man. If I can nominate myself as the biggest Ronaldo hater on planet Earth, man, I would be so happy, man. If
Really?
there was an award and people were gonna say for the biggest Ronaldo hater,
You know what would be the
Andre
best?
Delic, man, I would get up, bro, suit and tie, bro. Thank you.
You know what would be
Yes,
the best
thank
if you could do a podcast with him one day that would break the internet.
I'll fight him. 30 minutes in, let's fight. I'll be like, bro, listen. This is what I was saying to Ronaldo. I have two things here. So I have my phone with questions, and I have boxing gloves here. Let's see what happens, okay?
You know what's crazy? It's already been almost more than 3 years since a fucking 2022 World Cup.
Yeah, of course.
3 years.
No, two and some months.
So crazy, huh? It
Yeah,
goes fast, man.
2 years and like 3 months.
So crazy that goes fast. Like next year is fucking the next World Cup.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was yesterday, Argentina versus France.
Yeah.
3-3 penalties.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It goes
I felt
fast.
like it was
huh?
yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Crazy
But yeah,
stuff,
for the
man.
World Cup final, if Argentina with Messi, because I'm still gonna say it.
Imagine, Andre, World Cup
I'm s-
final, Argentina-Portugal.
No. I don't want Portugal in the
No,
final.
but imagine.
Because then Portuguese
And
fans
then
are
you
now
can say
fans.
that's the last match, Messi versus Ronaldo.
No, I don't want to see that shit. I want to see Portugal get kicked out in the group stage and they're out. Because once they're out,
Andre, I think when you watch international football, you're more happy
Yeah.
when Portugal get eliminated than when Argentina win.
no, I want Portugal eliminated if Ronaldo is on that team.
Okay.
If there's no Ronaldo, I want Leao to flourish because Leao is one of my favorite players. I said him on many podcasts.
Okay.
The way he plays, I fucking love it. Him being 6'2", that quick and that technical and that agile at that height and that quick and that everything, I fucking love it, bro. He's amazing. But if Ronaldo is there, I want them. I don't even want them to qualify, bro. If Ronaldo is there,
Or
But-
Argentina versus Spain in the final, that would be insane.
That-
That would be the best match.
yeah,
you
but
can
I
make.
think Argentina. I think with the squad with Argentina, they're so disciplined, and they have more maturity than this Spanish squad. That I think that Argentina have even more chances than Spain to win the World Cup. Because I'm gonna say it, to be honest,
Why do you fucking burp so much today? Man?
I think
What
it's the
fuck?
guru,
You
man.
burp like 10 times.
I think is a guru. Listen, to be honest, I think
Like when you talk, do you breathe? Like, or you just like fucking,
I don't breathe.
and then you burp everything.
Depends when. If we talk about Messi and Ronaldo, I don't breathe.
Okay.
No, listen. So, what was I gonna say? You fucking lost my train of thought. No, listen.
Argentina and Spain, who's
Yeah.
the bigger favorite for
Argentina
the World Cup?
right now, Messi right now is still the best player on planet Earth. Still, there's no one better than him right now. There's no one better than him right now. There's no one better than him right now.
Okay.
There's no one. No one.
No comment.
He's still, please don't. He's still the best player on planet Earth, Lionel Messi. And if he goes on Argentina and if he wins the second World Cup, I gotta have him. You imagine he comes on my podcast, Messi, bro. It's just gonna be me 1 hour of him just not talking, just me praising him, saying you're bro, you're him, you're a god amongst men, you're everything we ever wanted.
Himati maybe.
Yeah, himity. See that's a new trend. When you were asking me,
Himati.
yeah, what are the new trends on social media? Himity.
What
is
else? What else? Like, let's talk about the trends. Go. Take it away with that. Fucking finish it beautifully with that.
What was there's this something like that.
What's that?
I don't know. It's like don't talk because it's good for your jawline or something.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
If you don't talk, it's better for your jawline.
yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Maybe it's a trend.
I think jawlines are trend. Is that trending now? Like jawlines. Like I see memes of like jawlines.
Okay, let's go into the NBA. What do you mean jawlines, bro? Are they trending?
No, like, I see like memes.
A
Of, like,
jawline.
just jawline, yeah.
Okay, it's a meme, it's a jawline.
Yeah.
And what does it say?
Like it's important to have good jawline.
Okay, how is that a meme?
Because it's like trending. It's like a
What is
it's
trending?
Like, it's like purple pill, blue pill, red pill, multicultural
Now
pill.
you're just saying, how is a jawline trending? Okay, let's go to the NBA right now, bro. Okay, so okay, I had these. Okay, I had these. Okay, did you see Nikola Jokic's historic triple double?
No.
Like 33 points, 24 assists, 22 rebounds. That's the only time a player in one game did 30 points, 20 assists, and 20 rebounds. It was never done before. Jokic did that. I know that there's many talks of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander winning the MVP. And Luka Doncic recently is really good also. And Nikola Jokic. But I think that maybe, I don't know if you watch NBA a lot, I think that maybe Jokic could win it again. And all my friends who watch NBA a lot, they say that, you know what? Yes, Shai, really good. Luka, very good. But I'm still giving it to Nikola Jokic.
Sure.
What does that mean if Jokic has 4 MVPs and 1 chip? And 1 MVP NBA Finals
He's already
MVP?
one of the greatest of all time, I feel like.
Is he the greatest center of all time?
Maybe you could say like Shaq or
Kareem
like
Abdul-Jabbar, I
Kareem
think.
Abdul-Jabbar or
Yeah.
Hakeem Olajuwon, but I think right now what's happening is because like basketball is like at like a low point right now. I don't know why. I don't think it's just
There's no
because of-
face. They're saying that the face of the NBA, it's still LeBron James, and that's a problem because he's 40
That's a
years
big
old.
problem.
He's 40.
But I feel like every sport goes through that. I feel like soccer's going through that
Right
right,
now,
now, but
yeah.
it's just because it's such a big sport. But I feel like much less people watch football now than before. It's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I mean, like only like it's more and more like only hardcore fans watch it. I feel like basketball, like people who still watch it today, like you're a hardcore fan because I don't know why. Like I think sports always done that. Like I know hockey, like they say that like Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin saved the league. Because before they arrived, like ratings were dying.
Okay,
Even
yeah.
if you had Wayne Gretzky before that, like there was a time between Gretzky and Sid and Ovechkin that like the league was like not doing good. And Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin came, saved the league. They put so much attention on the league. Everyone started watching, and now there's a lot of players like taking still like even that are better than them. They're playing now, but they feel like basketball. Like they had Bird and Magic that like saved the league. Then you had MJ, then Kobe, now LeBron. But now like they've been searching so long. Like for the past 10 years, like every year is like, oh no, now it's Giannis.
Yeah.
Now it's Jokic. Now it's Doncic.
Even the Lakers are saying that in the beginning it was supposed to be LeBron passing the flame to Davis, but then it didn't happen. Now they're saying, okay, he's gonna do it to Luka Doncic.
I don't think like right now there's no face of the league.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I even think Wembanyama, who might be the best of all the current players, who may even be better than Shai and Jokic and Doncic, I don't feel like he because he's French, like he needs to be American to be like.
Yeah.
That's why they want
NBA
so
is
much.
American,
they
bro.
want so much for it to be Ant, but Ant is not good enough.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
So he like right now, I think in a couple of years a player is gonna come save the league, but right now it needs saving.
And he needs to be a black American.
It needs to be a black American.
Yeah, it has to, bro. Like, come
because
on.
it's the culture.
Yeah, of
it's
course,
the culture
bro,
of basketball.
course.
It cannot be
It's
a white
always
European.
been like that.
It cannot be a white European.
Yeah.
And also Wembanyama's black, but like he's French. Like
Yeah.
like the majority of fans are American, and it's American sport. You know, like
It is American.
NBA, the shoes, the tattoos,
the swag,
the swagger, the
rappers
style.
coming at courtside and them knowing Jay-Z and dapping up Jay-Z and whatever.
Like
it's their culture.
Wembanyama is reading books before the game.
'cause I'm gonna-
like, that's
yeah.
smart for you, Wembanyama.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, it's very
Like
good.
you're 20 years
But
old.
that's
but
not-
that's too gay.
Yeah, that's too gay.
bro.
You see,
That's gay, bro. You need to
now
be
you
swagged
use it.
out. You need to be like
Yes.
fucking cool.
Yes. Listen, because yes. So the thing with Europe, because Europeans, as much as they're good in basketball, they are really good. They don't give a fuck about basketball and the NBA culture. Believe me, in Serbia, some people ask me, yo, in Serbia, you guys really like basketball? They don't. In Serbia, it's like soccer.
Way more.
And then it's soccer, and then it's soccer, and then it's soccer, and then, yeah, okay, it's still soccer, and then there's basketball, and then tennis, water polo, whatever. But in Serbia, which are probably the best European basketball team in the world, even when it comes to basketball, they don't, like, people don't really give a fuck.
Don't care that much.
My parents told me that. My dad's like, yeah, we are really good at basketball, at water polo, but people over there, if you're not good at soccer, we don't give a fuck. We want soccer, and that's Europe. France, as much as, yes, we have Yabanyama and we have Tony Parker, they don't give a fuck about basketball. They want them to be good in soccer, football. That's all they care about. England, I don't care if there's a Kobe Bryant from England. This one's going to be, when is it coming home? When is it coming home? Oh, yeah, we have Daniel Johnson, who's really good at NBA. Good for him. We don't give a fuck. When is it coming home? Spain. Is Lamine Yamal going to win the champ? Like, what's going to happen? In Europe, they only care about soccer.
But that's like basketball. They only care about football and NBA.
By far, man. By far. So that's why, like you said, I think basketball, they need to find an American who is like LeBron James or like Kobe, Magic, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. They need one of those players.
And they don't have it right now. I think that's a big problem. And the NBA knows it.
Why not Ant?
He's not good enough.
They didn't say he was like MJ.
No, but like a little bit like with the attitude, but he's not good enough. Like you need to back it up. Mm-hmm. Like he talks trash and he says like I'm him and give me the ball and aggressive, but like he's very good, but he's not the best.
He's not as good
to be the best.
Yeah. The thing is, MJ would do that, but he would be the best also.
He would be the best also, but he's not
Kobe,
the best.
LeBron.
It's just they like him because he's black, he's American, and he's very, very, very good. But he's not the best.
Is he maybe the best young black American right now? Young. So don't tell me LeBron James.
You can say Jason Tatum, maybe.
How old is Jason Tatum?
Like 27, 28. He's older than...
Isn't he a bit like corny or something? That's why they hate him.
No, because he's not emotional. Like he's very like he's not like a
robot.
He's like flashy. He's not flashy. He's like very like he doesn't have the person. He doesn't have the charisma.
Okay, like Kobe or MJ or whatever.
Like Ant. Ant has the charisma, but he's not good enough.
Yeah, okay, so that's the thing.
He's not phenomenal, and he's very good, but
who do you think could win the chip this season in the NBA?
Man, OKC can win it. Like that would
Really?
be like a
Shy?
sleeper pick. They have a shy and they have a very like good complete team. Like you look recently, like the teams who won it are very complete teams. Like there's a change in the NBA before, and I think that's bad. Before, like they put a big emphasis on big threes. You know, big three.
Yeah.
Dwayne, Chris Bosh, LeBron James, or Tony Parker. And Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili, like, and people are always trying to put superstars together to have like the big three, big team. But now it's like more gotten like a defensive and more like a very you need to have like a very complete team to win. Like you look at the last years, Boston won last year.
Yeah.
They don't have a real superstar. Mm-hmm. 2 years ago, Denver won it. Yeah, like they say Jaylen Brown is the best, but he's not like he's very good, like very, very good. But he's not like for me, he's not like does anyone know Jaylen Brown?
Well, if you don't watch basketball, no.
You need to watch it a lot. Even for people who know a little bit like Jaylen Brown, who the fuck is that? Jason Tatum, like you really need to watch it. And the year before that was Denver Nuggets. Like they have Jokic, but it's one of the best, but very complete team. So I think OKC have a good chance, but we'll see. Like it could be any team. Even Boston can win it again.
Yeah.
But
can Denver win it again with Jokic?
Sure, they can. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the Dallas Mavericks?
No, they don't have a chance.
They fucked up, huh? They fucked up.
I think so too.
Okay, so that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered everything. Oh, one thing I just wanted to touch, say real quick. We're talking about sports having dying seasons and whatever. I think that the Ronaldo-Messi era, so from 2008, 2019, just before COVID, that's never going to happen again in football, man. In my opinion, those were the best years.
It can happen again.
It will never. I don't see it happening, man. Messi and Ronaldo, for 10 years, for both of them to be so consistent.
It will happen again, and maybe it may be in like 15 years. You know, maybe. Like we need to leave it time. But I think there's gonna be another golden era.
I hope so, man.
Even in basketball, like people are going crazy, but there's gonna be like an holy fuck another player, and that's gonna reinvigorate the league.
But one thing's for sure, ever since Messi left, man, like I'm more like a general football fan now, and that's why. Maybe it's good because for the podcast, so I see it like more objectively every single team. Because if Messi was still playing, like if it was 2015, maybe I'd just be like, no, Barca's winning. Like Barca.
But I mean, we live in Canada, so it's hard for us to like go behind the team. Like if you would live in Paris,
then it will be Paris.
You would be like a real PSG fan, maybe fans of other clubs, but you'll be more involved. But now, like that's the thing that's boring about living in Canada. Like and being a big football fan, like you're not really attached to any team.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta be a big hockey fan here, man, to like be attached.
Yeah, hockey here is king. So
yeah. Okay, so that was it, guys. Peace out.